Elections are the most integral part of any democracy, and how those elections are held is equally important. Jai Hind everyone. My today's lecturate topic is One Nation, One Election. One Nation, One Election means conduction of simultaneous elections for Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly once in every 5 years. The aim of One Nation, One Election is to synchronize the voting in India so that the government can focus more on development. Now, initially after 1947, our electoral system followed the same practice of simultaneous election till 1967, but because of some political issues, it got disrupted. Last year, a high-level committee submitted a report to Government of India, and the committee was headed by our former President Ramnath Kovind. They submitted a report on One Nation, One Election, and it got approved. And because of the result, in the winter session of Parliament, 129th Amendment Bill was introduced, and the bill was One Nation, One Election. This bill says that the elections will be held in two phases. In the first phase, we will be having the elections for Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly, followed by the second phase in which we will be having the elections for local bodies. The second phase elections will be held within the 100 days of the first phase. Now every coin has two sides. So there are some advantage and disadvantage of this. Firstly, talking about the advantage. The first one is cost effective. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, we have seen that we almost spent 60,000 crore rupees in a single year for Lok Sabha elections. Second one is more focus on governance. The government can focus more on the development project instead of doing political campaign and making promises every year. Third one is efficient use of resources. This will also put less pressure in the security personnel and polling officials. Fourth is higher voter turnouts will be there also, because now the people, they have to go to their place only once in 5 years to cast their vote. And fifth one is less disruption in governance, because during the time of election there is model code of conduct, because of which we have to halt our development activity and project within the state. Also, now talking about the disadvantage of One Nation, One Election. The first one is the regional issues can be neglected. The second is that we need more logistics. So there might be logistics complexities and the challenges for the coordination, because we will be requiring more voting machines and more logistics to hold the election all at once. Third one is we also need to educate people about why they are casting vote 2 times or 3 times in a single year. We have to understand them to how to differentiate between Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly election. Fifth one is there is a challenge for the constitution as well as some legal challenges, because India is a federal state and we have to amend some articles as well in order to implement the One Nation, One Election. Now coming towards way forward and conclusion. So many countries around the world, they also follow the same process of simultaneous election, and they have been doing it successfully. For example, there is Sweden, there is South Africa and Brazil. Now India is one of the largest democracy in world, and it is always in election mode. Every year there is election going on in India. So we are aiming to become a developed country by 2047. We have a vision to become a Viksit Bharat by 2047. And one nation, one election could be a game changer to become a developed country. Because as per some economists as well, it will boost our economy up to by 1.5%. Also, the government will get chance more to focus on development because of the one nation, one election. Thank you. Jai Hind.